YouTube, it's Megan of Hello North, and today I came home and I had my Artsnacks. Let's try not to cut ourselves. Okay, so I'm a little bit closer so that way you guys can see what's in this fantastic little box. Just as a disclaimer, Artsnacks kind of ruined at least one of the products this month. They said that it was a Copic marker on their Instagram, which was kind of a bummer because I like having a surprise in my box. So Artsnacks, if you're watching this, please don't ruin one of the products for us. It's kind of a bummer when we find out what one of the high-end items is in the box. So let's open it up. First off, we get a sticker and the menu card. I like the little jokes on here. It says, why did the artist decide to become an impressionist? For the money. That's awesome. I love the jokes on here. So we'll put this right over here. So first off that I see in here is a Daler-Rowney tube of acrylic paint. This one is in Cadmium Deep Red. See if that focuses on there. It is 75 milliliters, so it's pretty good sized tube of paint. It's their System 3 series. This series is normally used for I would consider this student grade paint. You find it a lot in classrooms, but this is a pretty good brand of paint. You can normally find it at Michael's or at Hobby Lobby. And then the next item in here is a Baggu 3D Small Zip Travel and Organize. I've never heard of this brand. It was ethnically made in China, so that's a big win for me. Oh, cool. So it's basically a pencil or a pouch. So it's really awesome. I really like the design on it. It's pretty good size. I mean, you could fit a full-size paintbrush in here. All right, so there is a Copic marker in here. This is the Copic Classic. They're a little bit different than the Copic Sketch. Like, for example, this is a Copic Sketch marker. They're a little bit flatter, and the tips on it are more of a brush compared to the Classic. They do work together, so I mean, this color is going to match that Copic sketch marker. But these, they have, they're a lot thicker. So there's the chisel tip, and here is the fine point. You can definitely tell the difference on the Classic from the Sketch on the fine point. It doesn't really bend. It doesn't have as much give. This type of marker was some of my first Copic markers that I ever got. And this one that I got is R08 Vermilion. It's a pretty standard color. It's kind of an orangey red. And then we have a Robert Simmons Acrylic Paintbrush. This is a number 4 round. Oh no, and I already have hairs that are kind of out of place on these. So this is a pretty nice paintbrush. It feels very fancy. So let's take a look at what's on the menu. So first up is the Robert Simmons Acrylic Short-Handled Paintbrush. It retails for $5.99. It says that it's a new product, which is always cool because Artsnacks normally has new products that aren't even out yet. It says that this is going to be a line, so this isn't just like a single paintbrush. Different types of paint require different types of paintbrushes, and good acrylic paint brushes should hold the paint without losing its shape. Good point. The synthetic fibers used in this brush were chosen to provide both the softness and the control that you need in order to get the most out of acrylic painting. Brushes should hold their shape a little bit better, or at least that's what I'm getting from the card here. So this might be a good replacement brush for a couple of my other super cheap paintbrushes that I have. System 3 medium body acrylic paint. This retails for $6.50. Now I know that you can get these on Dick Blick for a little bit cheaper. I don't know how much, I'll have to check. This water-based paint uses high quality pigments. The acrylic paint can be laid down thick or can be thinned with water to create a watercolor wash effect. So this will be fun to paint with. And the Copic Classic marker, this retails for $7.99. Now that is a pretty true to price on these Copic markers. The only place that I've been able to find them cheaper is directly from the Copic site, but maybe by $1. $7.99 is a pretty reasonable price for these. The small 3D zip by Bagoo. It retails for $6.50. So like I said, I've never heard of this company, so I can't tell you if that's a good price for these bags, but it feels like really quality. It's not like cheap canvasy, and it's a really good size. I mean, that's gonna hold a lot of art swag. So it says, this unique bag can expand to pack even more of your favorite art supplies. Made of ripstop nylon, a special reinforced fabric that resists tearing. Oh, that's cool. Your 3D zip is machine washable to keep the sailor stripe design looking clean and bright. Cool, so you can throw this in the wash. That's all that they sent in this box, but I'm kind of bummed that the only art supplies that we got was just marker, acrylic paint, and a paintbrush. And it kind of stinks because I'm sure a lot of other people got different colors. I got almost 2 of the same color. You can do the Artsnacks challenge, which you basically take all of your supplies and you do a art piece. And you can tag your work with Artsnacks challenge and share it all over the world. So let's go and test out some of these, these 3 items and see how well they do. All right, let's check out some of these 3 items. It's a number 4 round. It feels like it's a pretty good brush. I like the fact that it's very short. I don't like a lot of paintbrushes to be super long, and it's pretty balanced. It's pretty comfortable in the hand. So obviously this paintbrush is for use with this paint. So let's get a little, that's got some watercolor paint in it from last month. Oop. So this is pretty pigmented. It's pretty bright. It's a deep red. So I'm gonna say that it's more like an orange. Yeah, it's a reddish orange color. So like I was saying when I unboxed this paint, is that it's kind of a student grade paint. So it's going to be bright, but not super bright. So you can put it down thin like watercolor, like what I'm doing right now. Or you can put it on thick. Let's pick up some paint here and really move it around. So see there, you can kind of get the different variations in the color from just adding the water. I did look it up online, and you can get this paint. It says $6.50 on the menu card. You can order this exact same tube of paint off of Dick Blick for $2.71. So that's a major cut in price. The only bad thing about ordering stuff off of Dick Blick, as many of the beautiful items they have on there, it does sometimes take a long time for them to come in. Now, it kind of stinks because I already have this color, and since Copics are refillable, it's kind of pointless to have 2 of the same marker, I guess you could say. It's kind of a bummer that I got a color that I already own. So vermilion is a orangey color, but here's the chiseled nib. It's really good for flat, almost, depending on which angle that you do, more coverage with this end. Now, personally, I like sketch markers because the tip is completely different than this one. This is more of like a fine point. It doesn't bend, so it's very detailed oriented. So I'm not a big fan of the classic markers, but it's a really great way to start your collection. I'm kind of bummed that I already have this color, this exact marker, and this one that I have here is almost 15 years old. So I guess it was time to upgrade it. I don't know, but chances are for the Artsnacks challenge I will use my old vermilion marker just so I can maybe give this one away to someone who would like to start their own collection of Copics. So let's get started and see if we can sketch something with some red paint and an orange marker.